Yeah, I know. I'm gonna play.
You are.
Okay, Yasu says I'm on the play. Looked like a mulligan happened. Tundra. Tamio.
You draw first, you replace
Prismatic
first.
It's called.
Go ahead.
Replace first.
Okay, prismatic ending will remove Tamio.
Yeah, you can't
You
build.
can't build.
Go.
One of the three.
Only one item. Only one action.
You go to draw Ross, and then you forfeit everything else you do.
Only
Who would want to get Ross? That's fun, unless you get a good Ross. It's pretty scary.
We had a packed house at the shop for this particular event. There was people playing board games between the people playing Legacy. The store was so crowded. It was
I don't know what were we supposed to use? Whether to use rainbow or not. He needs to know. He needs to know.
kind of nice to see a whole bunch of people gaming, enjoying the evening.
I don't take him to casinos anymore. They're like, yo, we're playing blackjack. This is like a $100.
Parker, thank you for the sub at Prime. 19 months. Appreciate that. Hedge Maze got fetched up. Yasu is going to surveil. As most of you know, both players have been playing these decks quite a bit. Play them quite well. This should be a pretty good match here. Nadu surveilled into the graveyard.
One turn, but he's like, can I do something?
Go.
This guy, you're funny guy. Yeah.
Oh, you can draw destination cards. Yeah. So if you like use all yours.
Light Confidant says Phil has been playing Miracles longer than I've been alive. Maybe. Shuko. Shuko is in.
You could move it. You guys could move your markers. You don't have to. Yeah, block Vincent.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't.
You're doing it anyway.
Okay, Merchant Scroll.
Cut this.
Yeah,
Sure.
Force of Will is found and put into hand. Magic Dad, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're here watching some Tabletop Legacy. Here's a Ponder for Force of Fill. Stancil with a great question. Is Terminus still on the watch list? No, it's off the watch list now, and we put Uro on there instead. Magic Dad says, gotta repay you from yesterday, and it's more Legacy. Yes. Thank you, Magic Dad.
No?
I think he's bending the rules.
You guys trying to do like,
Wait. You may claim a route on the board by playing 7 pure cards that match the color.
Narcomoeba gets equipped with Shuko. Sometimes these breakfast decks just attack with Narcomoeba and you lose the game. So we'll see how this goes. Counterbalance is on the board. Attack it with the Narcomoeba.
I'll do here.
oh yeah, that's kind of felt for Europe. That was like, oh my
Yeah, I kept checking.
And then the board would turn to the other keeper. I didn't know at all. I keep can't help.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary, put Merchant Scroll on top. So the number on top of the deck right now for Force of Fill is the number 2. Urza Saga comes in. Brain Surge.
Oh yeah.
Of course, if you mess up, you don't get spells kind of later. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We all kind of get it anyway. We just keep playing it.
Brain Surge, a weird one.
That 5.
CK says, is Nadu a fine addition for Legacy, or is it too broken? Well, there's been a lot of discussion about that over the last 6 months, let's say. I think we've arrived in a place where Nadu is not broken. It's not too powerful for Legacy. But I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think many people love the card at this point. In Legacy, you'll see some decks that do have the solitaire turns. Storm, for example. Mystic Forge, Allurin, There are others. I'm blanking a little bit. But Nadu kind of fits into that same space of just decks that kind of like assemble whatever assortment of cards and start like solitaring for a while. I don't know.
On tap? What do you want, Joe?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna piracy charm the token. Okay.
Piracy charm the token. It is a construct.
I usually just build a bunch of ones. Block everyone.
Block everyone.
Giving it +2/-1 funeral charm button blue from Planar Chaos. One of the weird cards from Planar Chaos. Construct is eliminated.
Like, I wanted to get that too, so I need to build, maybe build like eight trains. You can do this right here.
Holding priority with Urza Saga.
Make it happen.
Making a construct. Now we'll search. Maybe gonna find a Shuko. Maybe gonna find a Pip-Boy 3000. You never really know.
That was fine.
Nothing found. Well, I guess I didn't expect that. Could mean there's a Shuko in hand. Archimedes attacks.
Go. 7 cards.
You can try.
That's Merchant Scroll? Sure.
Merchant Scroll again for Force of Fill. Depose Deploy this time.
Just started.
Can you fuse it?
Good deal though.
What's up? You cannot fuse it, right? You can. Okay.
You come here early, you just can't put it in.
Yeah, it cannot be fused. It's just like a regular split card. No fuse. Depose Deploy. Interesting. Attacker for 2. And Phil's going to cast Deploy to make 2 Thopters, potentially.
Sure.
Yeah, she's
I'll gain 2 life.
pick one up. And
Go to block. Yeah.
she's really drawing. She's really going straight though. So I feel bad. Unless you know what to do.
All right, all the creatures on the board are dead. 2/1/1 Flying Thopters blocked 1/1 Construct and Narcomoeba. Everybody's gone. Just Counterbalance is a non-land permanent on the board right now. Yasu a little bit low on mana.
Okay. Cards in hand? 4.
4 cards in Phil's hand. Yasu holding a bunch.
Did you discard? Sure.
I'm going to discard. Discarding Swords to Plowshares, which is unlikely to be super relevant in this match. For Yasu, at least.
Playing from the same game.
Discard.
Discarding another Swords. Yasu struggling a little bit here. All right, found a land. Still passes.
Oh, I see how it is. What game is this anyway? CardScopeGame.com. So
Okay, Ponder resolves. The card on top of Phil's library is Witness the Future. Phil, as usual, bunch of cards in the deck that most of us forgot about.
Draw this.
Okay.
This obviously.
Urza Saga drops in. That's not too bad.
what do you mean? No, what she do? I wasn't paying attention.
Like she drew, and then I pulled back.
No, that's how we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, you too?
No, that's what she's supposed to be doing. And then she can pick that up or draw.
Okay.
So she can pick it up or draw.
He's only questioning the rules.
Predict.
Not say anything, he did this. Like sneakily, he'd be like this. I'm like this. He'd be like this.
I want to be fair.
I mean, there's no reason not to take that.
Yeah, go.
Predict Mill that Witness the Future. Phil's gonna think about fetching here.
It's easy to learn and it's fun to play.
Yeah.
The fetch land could function as a way to change the top of the deck for counterbalance. Phil plays the Mystic Sanctuary from hand, putting Brain Surge back on top. Chartwin, thank you for the sub with Prime. 53 months. Thank you, Chartwin.
You too?
A fetch for Yasu, finding Meticulous Archive this time to surveil.
And then you could draw. You could draw. That's what we've been doing.
Okay, Brainstorm dumped into the trash. Urza Saga's going to take up to Chapter 2. Looks like Dread Return was just drawn for Yasu. Discards it to hand size. Makes sense. Another Flood Strand for Phil. End step, make a construct.
Which is perfect.
Take a dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards getting made here as the constructs hit the board. Yasu's going to fail to find, I guess, with the Saga and shuffle. Bip says day 2 of my quest for the Brothers Oregon. Yeah, let us know what you find.
What do you think you're gonna lose? You're massing colors. You're massing.
Brain surge happening here.
You know what you can do? You got routes to set. You might get a better route. You're done? I think looking over there at San Francisco, you're built for you.
Swords of Plowshares discarded to hand size. We've seen Yasu throw away a couple of copies of Swords of Plowshares. Still not really showing us any creatures. Merchant Scroll once again. This time it'll be Thwart.
Oh, I see.
I suck at poker actually.
Does he?
I drew out.
Hit it over.
Prismatic Ending will remove a construct. Prismatic Ending will remove a construct.
Pass. Pass.
Pick up.
Pass here.
Nadu. Counterbalance trigger. Crack the Flood Strand.
Like a roll, like a expansion where you can steal trains. Like train Robert Catan.
Brain Surge goes on top of the library. Nadu is countered. So all 4 copies of Mystic Sanctuary on the board now for Force of Fill. Thwart can potentially return some of them to hand.
Put one down.
Coca says Thwart with triple Sanctuary is crazy. It is crazy. It's quite powerful.
Saturday or Sunday, that's money.
This is a 644.
What the heck?
Yes.
That cool launch.
15.
It's 10.
15, 6.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, Phil discards a copy of Terminus.
I think he has actually the longest now too.
Tempting Nomads and Core.
Don't worry, you're looking at 5 more turns building your resources.
That wasn't exactly before.
Hard cast Force of Will. It's countered.
No.
Try it one more time. Thwart to return 3 Mystic Sanctuaries.
So one of my guys fully made it through. I have one guy who made it through.
So the 3 Mystic Sanctuaries are back in hand for Phil. Force pitching Daze on Thwart.
Push ponder.
Force pitching Ponder for Phil. Okay, looks like Yasu concedes the counter battle and passes the turn.
So, where are we strategizing?
I'm trying to think what was the best.
Mystic Sanctuary. Depose Deploy back on top.
I will think.
What's the mana value of this? 6.
I'm not going to close it. So one of my guys fully made damage.
Yeah, so the Depose Deploy mana value on top of the deck is 6. It becomes a combined mana value of the 2 sides of the split card. That's how that works. Prismatic Ending attempt on Counterbalance.
I assumed you were going to. Yeah.
So
He had to. Board game though. You come back and play
Counter draw.
Cryptic command, counter draw.
Nice turn.
You want to draw again?
What? Sure. Can't do. Sure.
Okay, deploy then cast on end step.
Alright.
Brain Surge goes back on top of the library, attacking with the 1/1 Thopters. Mr. Arch can't believe what's happening.
Now it's starting to
Cryptic command, Shuko. Okay. He's getting Force of Willed. It's countered.
I think it is actually.
Wizard.
Okay, Cavern Wizard. Nadu can't counter it with counterbalance. Or anything, really. It resolves. And now Thwart goes on top of the library. We're seeing the Thwart Mystic Sanctuary slow combo kind of playing out here. It's quite a lock if it continues. Nadu with swords. Brain surge happening now.
Good.
Passing it back to Yasu. Ponder.
Look at the board.
Which I've died. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to game 2. Force of Philtix game 1. As I think all of us expected to happen. Yasu just could not resolve a spell after a certain point. Yasu will be on the play here for game 2. The longer the game goes, as we just saw, Force of Phil just gains more and more of an advantage when it comes to the stack. Yasu may have to hurry up if he's going to win this game. Tundra pass.
I'm going to waste you. Go.
Wasteland. Oh, boy. All right, Wasteland on a turn 1 Tundra. Oh, boy. Yeah, if you're looking for lists, we do have Force of Phil's list posted in our Discord server. There's a Saga. Okay.
It's cool if I... Sure.
That's a Lorien revealed getting island cycled.
Neither do I. Card I don't need. Neither do You really don't have any idea what you're doing.
Another Wasteland from Phil. Blow up Urza Saga. Wow. Okay. Now counterbalance.
Anything was coming.
I'm going to shortcut fetch twice. Sure.
Yeah, I wasted 3 on them. I know. I didn't realize how hard it was. I know.
I'll attempt to ending it to
Prismatic Ending. Getting countered by Force Pitching Predict after Brainstorm was revealed on top.
You can discard 2, or you keep all 3. Or
Oh, we're still on that stack now. Prismatic Ending is still on the stack.
you can discard the old one.
Force of Will on Prismatic Ending. Oh, okay. So Memory's Journey getting pitched to Force. Prismatic Ending will resolve, it turns out. Counterbalance is gone. Okay.
Start building because you just keep amassing. Other people run up first. Yeah, sure. You can't do this.
Now brainstorm for Phil.
So you have one turn after you run out to build, but you can only build one route per turn.
Go ahead.
Resource turn management.
Now Phil missing land drops, which is kind of interesting. Dude. That was a prismatic ending, milled there by Predict. Okay, here's a Saga, not the worst. Teferi. Teferi could be huge.
What'd you do? What'd you build?
Oh yeah, that's right.
There?
No, I was there last time.
Wow.
Let's go. Well was away. Trying to stop me.
Dude,
Yeah. Stop.
Counterspell.
trying to stop you?
I'm gonna stop 3 different colors.
Modern staple counterspell. Fetch in response to that.
Oh, cool.
I absolutely love that counterspell is a modern staple now. Veil of Summer.
And my
Force pitching Predict in response to Veil of Summer. Teferi and Veil are countered. Phil wins that counter battle. Teferi unfortunately didn't make it onto the board. Predict went on top of the deck. Now here's a brainstorm. Kick says counterspell kind of absent in the current meta, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah. All right, pass the turn back to Yasu, whose Urza Saga is gonna hit chapter 2 now. It looks like.
Can put the Predict on top. Yeah. Draw. Go.
Okay, Yasu preparing to pump out some construct. It seems. Coca says, "Where did the pitch Predict go?" I think I see it underneath Phil's graveyard.
Orange.
Sitting right next to the parallel to the library right now.
It's just fun flowing it.
Waste the Saga.
You knew it.
Another wasteland for Phil, targeting Urza Saga. Man.
You have to draw again. You can't play.
Okay, Urza Saga is blown up. Contract gets made though. It's a 1-1. A little sad. Gonna take that contract a long time.
Cards. 3.
It's obvious that the constructs from their Cephalid breakfast decks don't get as big and scary as the ones from, let's say, a painter deck or something like that, or 8 cast, but sometimes they do end up swinging for the victory. Cephalid breakfast is so good because it has a bunch of backup plans. It's not completely dependent on milling its library with Cephalid Illusionist and then getting Thassa's Oracle. It can attack with creatures like the constructs. It has the Nadu stuff happening now.
1. Pass turn. Predict on top.
Okay, Predict goes to the top of the library. Ponder now for Phil.
Predict on top. Yep. Let's try. Yep. Got it. Go.
Yasu just not making any really meaningful plays here. Phil continuing to filter out cards from the top of the deck. Probably already has a hand that will be pretty good against whatever Yasu is going to try to do going forward, but it's only going to continue to get better. At a certain point against these Miracles decks, as we saw in Game 1, you just cannot resolve any relevant spell. Merchant Scroll now for Phil. Thwart.
What happens if we don't have train cards? No, this.
No, you should.
One.
Construct will keep attacking.
I just drew.
How many wastelands on our graveyard?
Situation's pretty hopeless.
3.
3 Wastelands in Phil's graveyard.
You can expand on the rest of
Brainstorm? Yep.
Collusion.
Okay, Yasu successfully brainstorming.
Going on here. It's 10:30 by the way. We could just give it now. You? Wow.
I can finish it now with those hands.
Do your thing, do your thing. Whoa.
1/1 Construct, passing the turn, nothing else after the brainstorm. Cycling Lorien revealed his Force of Phil. Finds a Mystic Sanctuary, of course.
It's still 11, right?
All 4 Mystic Sanctuaries now available to Phil. Yeah, there's people laughing in the background. They're probably playing like Candyland or something. It's probably the Flesh and Blood tournament happening in the background. Just not really serious. Counterbalance goes back on top of the deck. Attack with the 1/1 Construct. It's taking a while.
He's laughing. He's like, yay!
How is Yasu going to break through these defenses at this point? It's going to be tough. Okay, end step Brainstorm for Phil. That counterspell ends up in hand now. Predict, milling a prismatic ending. Phil just letting this 1/1 construct stick around for now still. Attempting a counterbalance, which will further improve Phil's chances of winning this game if it resolves. Force of Negation getting hard cast. Phil allows it, it seems. Counterbalance is exiled. Mr. Rainforest correct now for Yasu. Hedge Maze to Surveil.
She could do that, yeah. She didn't have to immediately play. Depending on what she's playing.
Go.
How likely is it that this 1/1 construct swings for lethal in this game? What are the odds?
Hercules.
No, don't trust
Oh, pick a card like this or something. Yeah, and then
depending on
Hercules Recall.
When is this? My main phase. Go.
Well, the construct is gone. Hercules Recall. Oh my goodness. Ouch.
Pass.
fair.
Cards? 6.
6 cards in Yasu's hand. Phil has that thwart and that counterspell, I guess, right? 5 mana? Does Phil have Mahamadi Jin as a finisher in this deck?
Cycle.
Okay, Lorien revealed getting Island cycled. Maybe Phil thought about casting it, decided not to.
Neck and neck.
There was a 2-for-1 with the Saga, I guess, yeah. Okay, Meticulous Archive, Serval. I haven't seen Force of Phil Serval yet. Maybe they're not in the deck. Narcomoeba gets milled, comes into play. Okay. Not the worst. Merchant Scroll for Phil, looking through the deck. What will we find this time?
More white. You should know.
The whites are so weird.
Not really. I don't think so. But
Brain Surge, okay. Okay, Prismatic Ending removes Narcomoeba.
Wizard. Yep.
Wizard, Cavern of Souls, Nadu, Winged Wisdom. It's gonna resolve.
Brain surgeon is up.
Okay, Brain Surge happening at end step. Nadu's on the board. Looks like Yasuo has 6 cards in hand.
you pulling? You picking up?
Cavern of Souls gives us some hope if you're cheering for Yasuo here. Counterbalance.
No, we will. We will. I even build them all. You got to build more than me.
Force of Will pitching Cephalid Illusionist on counterbalance.
4.
11, yeah.
Counterbalance is countered.
Hold on.
Mentor.
Monastery Mentor, okay.
Yep.
See you later.
So a Swords to Plowshares targeting Nadu, puts a Narcomoeba into Yasuo's hand, and Nadu is defeated. And now Phil has Monastery Mentor and a Monk. Wasteland hits Cavern of Souls. Oh man.
Who has the longest?
Is that the 4th Wasteland now?
Chachu.
Orum's Chant. Okay. Okay. Thwart, pick up the Mystic Sanctuaries. Ew, what the hell? Orum's Chant is countered by Thwart. Cephalid Illusionist.
You're right.
4 cards. Yep. It's in. Fetch.
Cephalid Illusionist resolves. Flood is Drain getting cracked.
No.
Oh. That's what I love about what's going on. It makes turns to heavy. I missed that. Super engaged.
Your fetch is good.
Like my hands are just
Good day. It's all good seeing you. Have a good night. You too, brother. Later.
It's not busy over there. Your chair already fell.
Nomads in Core.
I heard it.
Whoa.
I'm just like,
I knew you were going to do that.
Force pitch Lorien Monk.
My turn.
Okay, Force pitching Lorien revealed, make a Monk. Nomads in Core looks like will be countered.
Go.
Okay, Cephalid Illusionist and Narco Amoeba stick around. Swords on the Illusionist on end step. That'll mill 3 cards for your Yasu. Shuko, Tamio, Brainstorm milled. Now a Mystic Sanctuary for Phil. Putting Thwart back on top.
Attack you for 6. You had 9? Yeah. Take 6. Good.
Okay, no blocks. Take 6. A couple of spells there could have been lethal. So Phil just holding some cards in hand, I guess, to protect against combo here. Yasu made a pretty good attempt at it in the previous turn. Plays an Urza Saga now. A little bit late to the party.
Someone's catching me.
Another attempt at Cephalid Illusionist. Gets counterspelled, make a monk. That's a fist bump. Phil gets the match.
Overthinking this deck. You're way overthinking it.
Did you board into Wastelands? Yeah.
All right, confirmation Phil boarded into Wastelands. GG's. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was quite a battle. There was some interesting stacks in there, some interesting plays. Yasu made a really good attempt at trying to combo in that game too.